Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm writing to what is fulfillment of life? So that is a very interesting question. So there's two approaches to this. There is Advaita Vedantas, and there is the materialistic one or the Maya, and there's the biological, which all falls under Maya as well. So Advaita Vedanta, one thing, enlightenment. Maya, biological, personal, I'll just do so far. So biological, to reproduce. Um, biological, personal. Uh, Whatever it is that you wish to fulfill in your life, this is something that you create yourself. But let's see what he has to say about this.
When this eye is also dropped, the sleep begins. And the experience of the sleep is it like this? Somebody says, hey, I have been sleeping for 8 hours, man, I am damn tired. No. What is that? Because of which we get so fresh after the sleep, because we are one with the divine. Upanishad says, every day or every night when we sleep, we merge with the Lord. You know that experience is like what? We go to sleep, put our phone for charging. Overnight it gets charged. And in the morning we get up and again the same dumb thing, WhatsApp, good morning, thank you, good morning. And by the time we want to do some good work, the whole battery is discharged. Exactly the same thing we do. 7-8 hours we sleep nicely and then we get up from the sleep but not from the bed. That is called a lag period. It's called a wool gathering. And then we keep on tossing on the bed. We don't want to get out. Laziness. And all the energy that we have gathered by being in touch with the divine, that energy slowly thrown away in unwanted thinking, laziness. And by the time we are compelled to get out of the bed, how we are compelled to get out of the bed? The nature helps us. Therefore, nature's call. And then we get out of the bed. What kind of life we are leading? Friends, he who begins his day in an inspired mode, life is fulfilled. See, friends, and this can be done only if we learn from our everyday experiences. So, these two principles we started with. Life has involvement and withdrawal. So we must have the viveka, discrimination, where to get involved and where not to get involved. The first principle, where should we get involved? Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, Bhagavan Krishna tells, Nasti buddhihi ayuktasya. Ayukta means what? He who doesn't have yukti. Yukti means a knack. We have to have a knack of learning from every single experience. See? And when we learn from any experience, that experience is not a burden on our mind. And therefore, we are at peace with that experience. Take an example. For example, we take a cup of tea and we feel happy. Then that has caused a impression on the mind. See, when I got a cup of tea, I was happy. Second day we repeat. Third day we repeat. Whenever happiness is repeated, it becomes addiction. See? Anything you repeat, number of times, you get addicted. Now, contrary to that, if you learn, now what is the learning? The lamp is there. In the childhood, all of us have touched some time or the other to the fire. So when we touch the fire, as a child, we got burned. Then we have learned that the fire burns. And therefore, throughout our life, do we have a liking or a disliking for the fire? No. Because we have learned.
I assume both.
Therefore, friends,
maybe I'm being a bit too picky here, but obviously you want the fire to see. It as a kid, yeah, there are kids out there who likes night lights. So while yeah, you may touching the fire may be a bad thing, but you like the fire because it illumines the darkness. I'm probably being a little bit too. I wish you would use a little bit of a different example because there are people out there who I'm sure think like I do. I don't think I have a unique mind or anything like that, but it's just like, well, it depends. A lot of things depend, or maybe, yeah, a lot of things depend. And obviously, fire very good against darkness. Fire touching you bad.
Real spiritual practice is we have to constantly be in the mode of learning from every experience. This is the meaning. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. We must have this knack how to learn from everything. And for that, don't go and ask anybody how to learn. Then learn. From whom? From your children. You must be having kids, small ones. Has any child ever asked the parents, Mummy, when you were small, how did you learn walking? He learns his own. He tries his own techniques. He is only watching. He doesn't talk. He doesn't know how to talk. He watches everybody around. Come on, everybody is walking straight away and I am lying down here. What is wrong with me? He starts thinking. And then he says, oh, they are walking with the legs. Wonderful. Then he starts moving his legs in the air. And even then, he is not able to move. And therefore, he thinks this is the wrong way. Then he turns, comes on the stomach. Like a reptile, he starts moving. But even then, I am not getting that speed, man. Something is wrong. Again he tries, comes on the knees and hands, starts crawling. Even no good speed. Then he holds the wall, stands up, and with the help of the wall, slowly started, be attentive, slowly started walking. After some time, he gets a little confidence, gives up the support, walks first step and he falls down. Be attentive. Imagine the child who fell down after the first fall and therefore I don't want to learn. Will be able to learn in his life? Friends, failure is the success if you learn from that.
That is a very important thing to learn, and kind of something that has to be learned at a young age, because this is something again I see in America where there's a lot of people that are adults that have always had things go their way in their life, and once they hit failure, they just cannot handle it. So, so I think failure at a young age, I think is helpful to the development of any human being. Failure throughout life generally is, but you definitely want more successes than failure. But I think failure in a young age is okay, needs to be learned. It preps the person to be a fully developed adult as opposed to be an adult child.
This is Bhagavad Gita.
Oh well, jeez. What is fulfillment in life? Waking up energetic. Instead of just, it seems like doing everyday task. Um, Seems to play more along the lines of the Maya, where you learn from your mistakes. Um, you try, especially certain ones, like falling. It hurts. You don't want to do it again. No, that's not the way to fulfillment of life. You try and try again. I don't know if you're gonna keep trying touching the fire though. I don't think you'll develop fireproofness skin or something. But yeah, I mean, this is something that seems to be very much along the lines of what do you call encouragement, like those encouragement posters. I mean, it's still not bad. It's it's a lesson that we all need and a little bit of a reminder from time to time because we tend to forget. We tend to forget that we need a little bit of a reminder of the basics of life because life itself is very complicated, and going back to the basics really, really does help. Understand that failure is always an option. Failure is not always bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not something that you want, but it's not always bad. It's something that's going to happen. It's something that you have to live with and learn to live with, because if you can't live with it, then you're not going to be very good. Learn to adapt, learn to learn from your failures, especially your failures. Not much to learn of success, except for the fact that you know that you did it right. Failure is a very good teacher. So then that's my reaction to what is the fulfillment of life. It seems like, at least from Swami's video here, it's about overcoming failures, wake up full of energy, and not just constantly texting WhatsApp. Let me know if I missed anything. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up the side down below. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next vid.